Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karen. I make bookish and school related videos, and today is a school related video in which I share with you motivation tips and advice as a high schooler, but I don't want to call it motivation, and I will explain why. So before I begin, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are new here. But anyway, I'm just going to get on into it. And so I have 15 different pieces of advice that I want to share with you that really helped me out throughout my years of high school, and I really want to utilize and these tips as well throughout the school year of my last year of high school. So tip number one is to discipline yourself, and the only reason why I don't want to call this video a motivation video, and that's because motivation isn't really what gets you to get stuff done. It's discipline, and you have to be able to say no and yes to certain things in order to get stuff done. So that's my first tip. Learn to be able to discipline yourself and be able to say yes and no to what you think is important and not important. And so tip number two is to have a reason to complete your activities or your assignments. On my bed, I have a stethoscope draped over the headboard, and I look at that, and my stethoscope is really just a reminder as to why I want to work so hard for my future. I want to be a PA when I grow up, and I want to be a successful PA that helps many people, and the stethoscope is a reminder as to why my work now is important and why I need to make good decisions now and need to work hard now. Alright, so other reasons that could really help you get out of the bed and help you get started on your work is that you want to make your family proud. Having a reason to complete something is really about thinking of the end game or the end goal. A lot of people look forward to watching television when they're done studying, and that's something very valid. Like, you have to have time for yourself, and I think TV time is also like important. Tip number three is to start small. So going back to what I was saying in the beginning, that everything that you do is all about discipline and really about how you're able to say no and yes to certain things. And by starting small, I really mean like cleaning up your room first or cleaning up your desk first in order to prepare yourself for what's coming. Alright, so tip number three is to take frequent breaks. It's great if you're a lazy person like me. So every 30 minutes, take a 5-minute break, or every 25 minutes, take like a 3-minute break, something like that. Use the Pomodoro technique and that'll help you out. I'll put links in the description bar to help you out with that. Alright, so tip number four is to get your good night of sleep. You do not want to study all night and then wake up with only like 2 hours of sleep and then have to go to an event or present or something. So have a cutoff time each and every night. The second half of my junior year, I did a good job with this. I told myself, you know what, I won't work past 11:30 each night so that I can wake up by 6:30 and have at least 6-7 hours of sleep. As teenagers, we need the most amount of sleep. Shoot, I think this is tip number 6. I misnumbered everything. But tip number 6 is to ask for assistance. It's not a bad thing to ask for assistance at all. And by asking for help, I mean asking your friends. Like, if your friends all have the same classes as you, or some of the same classes, it's okay to ask for their notes if they allow it, and look to see what you missed in your notes, because that really helps out. Like, you can switch notes and be like, oh, I didn't get this, what does this mean, or what was the teacher saying in this? And also ask your teachers for help. I have not encountered a teacher yet that has told me no when I asked for help. I may have had a bad one, but I don't remember. But alright, so tip number 7, I think I misnumbered, oh my gosh, for those who wear makeup, and that is to do your work with a fresh face. When you're at home after a long day of school and activities, I would wash off my makeup so that I feel just refreshed and awake again, and just do my homework from there and study from there. Alright, so tip number 7 is to not multitask. If you know that you cannot listen to music while you are doing work, then don't listen to music. Also, don't let the TV on while you're studying or doing homework. Try and do assignments one at a time. It may seem like a good idea to kill a million birds with one stone, but that's not going to be healthy for you and healthy for your studies. My 9th tip, I believe, is one of my favorites, and that is to not beat yourself up over something small. Freshman year, I was class president and I was also a cheerleader, and I had this very competitive mentality that really did make me think I was at the top of everything and everyone. After moving to a new school and realizing I'm not the best one anymore, made me lose that mentality, which I absolutely appreciate, and I am so glad of these experiences to help me out with that. There's always going to be someone better than you, but instead of beating yourself up about it, work hard in order to make yourself better for yourself, not for other people. Your straight A's does not mean that you are smart. It means that you have worked hard to get where you are, and that did take me a long time to realize. I don't worry about the straight A's anymore. I worry about doing the best that I can do, to the best to my ability. I hate being competitive with other people like that, because it really does hurt my confidence and it hurts my relationship to that person. I would just reevaluate what's important to me. Is it more important to be better than everyone, or is it more important to show that you have worked hard and be confident to get where you are? That's where I am at now. Okay, so tip number 10, I believe, is to become buddies with your teacher, basically. I am close to some of my teachers, and those teachers that I am close with, I have been able to ask for letters of recommendations. I have been able to hang out with them after school and have an easier time asking for help, and they're okay with helping me out, and they really get to know me as a student and as a person. And I feel like when teachers really know you and your name and your personality and everything they need to know about you, then that just makes your life in school so much easier. There's always that one teacher I've always had at the 3 high schools I've been to that I just go to when I need to just chill out, you know? And I just love teachers, and I just love that about them. So tip number 11 is to eat right and drink right. So hydrating is really, really important throughout the school day, and by the time you get home, you'll be fine. You won't have a headache at the end of the day because you're dehydrated. Also, eating right. When I'm in school, I eat so much better than what I do when I'm on break, because I'm at home, I'm bored, I eat nothing but junk food and snacks. But when I'm at school, I portion out my food, I pack the right snacks, and when I get home, I'm okay with just like eating a granola bar for a snack. And that just helps out with motivation, because you really do feel good, you feel energized, and you feel really good about yourself. So that makes you want to get stuff done. I don't know what number I'm on. All right, so my next tip is to learn time management skills that suit you. I keep mentioning in all of my videos that I'm going to come out with a video about time management, but I promise that'll be like the next part in this series, so just keep an eye out for that. Being able to prioritize and manage your time really does help with getting work done. You can be the biggest procrastinator in the world and still get stuff done if you are able to manage your time and your procrastination. I kind of think of myself as like a really good procrastinator. Really good or really bad? I don't know. I'm not sure, but hear me out. All throughout middle school and early high school, I would really be like, oh, I'll do it later. I don't feel like doing it now. So I'll do it later, but I'll do it last minute. I'll do my assignments last minute, and I really did not like that. So I decided when I did say that I would do something later, I would plan out when I needed to get that assignment done by. And this really does tie into my next tip, which is to set a finish date before the actual finish date. So before the actual due date. So say you're, what's today? August 17th. Say I had an assignment due next week, the 24th. I would set a due date for the 22nd, so that gives me enough time to review and even talk to my teacher if I needed to about the assignment and make changes here and there. And that also gives me time to relax before anything. This past school year, whenever I had projects, people would ask me like, oh, did you get it done? Did you get it done? Did you do it? I'd be like, yeah, I did it like a week ago. Like, being able to say like, I already got it done feels so good and makes me want to do my work even more. All right, so my next tip is to utilize all of the resources that are available for you. So if your school library provides free computers, free printing services, use that. I have to pay like 5 cents or whatever for each page that I print. It's not that bad. It's cool. Also, they have free internet at my school and free internet at Starbucks, so I'm going to use that. Also, there are so many free online resources that you can use to help you get your work done. If you're a digital person, there are a lot of digital apps that you can use in order to help you manage your time and help you prioritize things and help you prioritize your work. And so also this ties into the piece of advice where I said to ask for help, and that's also another resource. Your friends and your teachers are another resource for you to use and for you to utilize in order to better yourself. Don't use them in a bad way. Your friends are amazing people, so don't treat them wrong. All right, so my last piece of advice is to adopt successful study habits in the beginning. So I am hoping that this video goes up while a lot of us are just starting school, or it's still in like the early stages of the school year, because I believe that adopting good habits in the beginning affects the rest of the year. And so just stay organized, stay productive throughout the year with frequent breaks in between and a lot of time to yourself as well. A lot of what I talked about in this video does connect to school stress and how to manage it, which I will link up here or here, wherever the index card is. Yeah, so that is all I have for this video. These are like tips and stuff that I have used throughout the last few years, and they really helped me, and I hope I worded them in a way that is understandable and accessible to you all. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. I come out with new videos every Tuesday and Friday. But anyway, I hope you all have a great rest of the weekend, and I hope you all have a successful start to your school year. Bye everybody.